So what's going on, guys? It is Mag today. So today I went out and I checked the grass earlier and it's still damp as hell. So we're not gonna be mowing today either. So I've typically, well, some days on Wednesdays I go and do about 3 yards over in this one neighborhood because they're far away, and so I just like to go on Wednesday before all my big yards, like all in here. But we can't do that, so what we're gonna have to do is do them all tomorrow, I guess, and Friday. But I'm gearing up for that haunted house, and so I'm gonna get really busy with all that. Every weekend, 4 or 5 days a week. But Savage No More just did a video on his, or did like a comparison of like the BR600, the Echo 770T or whatever. But I figured I'd do a review on my two BR600s. There's no reason why. I want to, and I'm not bickering, with him about those blowers. Basically, every blower is somebody's opinion, on what they like. Now, there are some people on YouTube talking about how, oh, this blower is so much better than this blower. Well, it's a damn opinion, even clearly we can go and check the specs, and we know that like the 770T and the 600 are better blowers than that one. But it's just a preference for everyone. But my blowers, is what I like. And I've never used a 770T, and I would love to use one. I'd love to use a Red Max EBZ 8500. If anybody of y'all in Georgia have got one, please let's get together, and I'll let you use my brand new one, and I'll use your 770T or whatever, and try it out, or your EBZ 8500, because I want to try those blowers out, because everybody's got a preference. Next thing you know, I could have one. I could like sell this one and bring an EBZ 8500 in. You never know. But everyone says they like them, and I respect that. But this is what I like. Personally, I love the Stihl brand, German engineering but made in the USA, and I love their rack systems. They're nice, and the only problem with this is when I'm in my truck, they're perfectly lined up, and I cannot see the one in the back. I can only see the one in the front until I turn. So if I'm going down a straight road, I don't know that this one's here, which probably I shouldn't have done, but it's whatever. This blower is really nice to me because it's just, everything is enclosed very well. The exhaust isn't sticking out, a mile, and I mean, even though the exhaust tip right here, but you're not really hitting your hand there. This part right here does get a little bit warm, and it does give off some heat, especially when you're blowing with it. That's just another thing. Another thing that really matters about backpack blowers. Everybody says, oh, they get so hot, they're just burning up. Well, during the fall, it's good, and this blower produces just enough heat. Of course, with the good insulating on this thing here, you really don't have a massive problem with the heat. Now, every BRC or every blower gives off heat. Some may give more than others. Then again, I don't know what the 7070 or the 770 how much heat it gives off, or even the Huskies or whatever, which I don't really like Husqvarna or whatever. I mean, their chainsaws are nice, but I wouldn't buy anything else. And I'm a Stihl man. I've got the 290 and the 192. And basically that's the way it'll stay. My dad's the one who introduced me to Stihl, and we had a 029, and then we had a really old handheld blower, which my mother put regular gas in it, which completely just fried it. Somebody had screw it, and so he went and he bought an Echo blower, which is downstairs now. I need this super glue. This stuff is great, just so you know. Loctite, just about fix anything. I Loctited that thing on. But the pads on this thing they're softer than the new ones, of course, but they're still really nice, of course, because they've got more wear. And these things, they will last you. Right now, I'm going to do a cold start of both blowers. I have not ran these blowers in, I guess, since last Saturday. I ran them Saturday because I needed to blow off the driveway for my mom. So I'm going to do a cold start. This one, now take into effect, this one is a tad bit older. That's the cold start of that one. Here's the cold start of it. 2 pulls, it's whatever, they were cold. Now I don't know, again with the 770T, I don't know if they have adjustable nozzles. I'm pretty sure they do. We've got ours set in the highest position. So they don't drag the grind as much, and they're not, like, when you extend them, they get kind of heavy. And I don't know, it's just, you really have to feel it. And I know Matt V loves them because he's been using them with me, and he can blow like crap, just water and junk off. So you can ask him what he thinks of them. I know a lot of other people have got them. I know Zing Lawn Care wants to get one. I know he's been talking. Now they're caps. This cap was so good to me before I got it. And they're supposed to be hooked, but they do come unhooked, which is not really that big of a problem. But Robbie decided to get smart with it one day and got pissed off at it because it wouldn't close, and he broke it, and so now it just doesn't work right at all. So what I'm probably going to do is take that other cap wherever, the pole saw, and put that one on here. But I got to get a new one eventually, and I know so I might get a free one. They're like $10 or whatever, but I need to go do that. So I might actually go do that today. I don't know. But another thing I really like is that the spark plug is enclosed right here, which is kind of difficult to get. I don't know if I'm not gonna mess with it, but spark plug is right in there. This is the wire. This is like a little rubber piece, but the wire runs right here, and it just straight down. But then you see the choke and everything like that, which I never primed it. Typically you don't have to prime these blowers, especially if they are warm, guys. Do not prime these blowers. You will flood them out instantly, which I have done before, and it really sucked. So I think my sister's home. I was wondering what the hell that was. Now for the base, this really good. You got your foot thing here, so you can hold the blower while you're starting it, which we don't really use. And look what I just found out. So now we gotta fixed it. So but these things are on springs, and you can see how this whole thing is moving like this. But once again, guys, they're a preference, and I'm gonna really put them to the test this fall. Fall's on the way. It's about 60 degrees now, and it's like 11 in the afternoon already. Typically it's been about 90 degrees, and we've been sweating, and they're so typically it's really hot by now here in Georgia, and the humidity level is probably 10 times worse as it is north. I don't know, but it's horrible down here, the humidity level that it gets. That music is really loud. One thing that I like, which I've got the GoPro mounts, and we will get some GoPro footage soon, is you can adjust these things right here to where you want the wire to sit. And now if the wire sits too far back, this is one thing I don't like. It'll get caught around there, and which now it really doesn't anymore. But when I first got it from my grandfather, it would, and it would just like pop, and it was really annoying. But like I said, the pads and everything, really good operator comfort, which Robbie, myself, my grandfather, and Matt V, which they've used these, which I know y'all have used, or whoever has used them, but we all like them. I forget who else has used one, who's used the 600s that I know, like personally, and actually talked to them personally, but they all like it. When we start them, Robbie just lets it go and it like flickers, you know, but it's just whatever. I tell him, I said, when you start it, let it go like that, you know. Maybe I do it too, I don't know, but it just dickers the whole program, but they'll wipe off eventually. Some of them don't because they've been on there for so long, but I'm not worried. It's got a big old air filter on there, which these are the new gas caps. You can adjust this thing here. It's kind of hard to do on here, but this thing will spin like this, and now it's going to be a bitch to get back. But typically we'll have it out probably to where it was a second ago. But you know, that's basically it, guys. My camera's dying. Make sure you go rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm probably gonna go up to my dealer today to get that part. I need some bar oil because I'm like out completely. I think I've got like maybe that much left in my gallon thing. I replaced it not too long ago, but we go through it, or I go through it a lot. So yeah, I was gonna talk to you. Somebody's asking me about ant killer. Amdro. Amdro is a good ant killer I use on all my yards when I see an ant hill. Make sure you talk to the client before you spread Amdro onto their yard or just on an ant hill, because pets and kids and stuff like that, it's just all dangerous. You know the way that is. Or for the big companies, you know the way that is. But I always like to talk to them about that. But anyway, guys, I've got to get ready to go. I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Oh, and sorry for the late video last night because my computer is dickered. It takes me at least 15 to 20 times to actually upload a video. Sometimes it'll be uploading and then it'll just stop and be like, error, can't upload. It does it like 15 or 20 times, so it'll go like to where there's like 5 minutes left and then do that thing. And it takes like an hour to upload the videos, so it's like taking me all day to upload a video, honestly. But yeah, so we'll see you guys later. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you tell Adam the antler to straighten his act.